Good evening, I'm Len Cannon, coming to you from KHU 11 Plus. In case you're just hearing about this, there was an astounding fire this morning in Deer Park. You can see the flames there. It started about 10 o'clock this morning. Deer Park, in case you're not familiar, is a suburb of Houston. It sits about 20 miles southeast of Houston off of Highway 225. And this thing was blowing and going this morning, and it is still going tonight. In fact, we're told from officials that it might last until tomorrow because they're waiting for the natural gas, which is what is burning, will burn itself out. The pipeline explosion in Deer Park, flames soaring into the air this morning, as I mentioned, still burning. Now, there is new information that we just learned about what exactly caused this fire. We now have a cause. City officials telling us tonight a white SUV drove through a fence on the west side of the Walmart parking lot, struck an above-ground pipeline valve. Deer Park police and the FBI are saying this is not a terroristic activity. It is not terroristic activity, according to Deer Park police and the FBI. And they say it appears to be an isolated incident. Now, here's the question. Now, you can see in the video, if you look really closely to the left of the fire, that is the SUV that they're talking about. The question tonight is, why did the person drive through the fence that is there, hit the valve, and where is that person now? That is the question. The investigators, of course, they have the SUV. They probably looked at the plates, probably nailed down a registration, and are working on that and probably can find that pretty quickly. But then the next step is, of course, identifying the driver, finding the driver, and then asking, okay, what exactly happened here? How did you wind up driving through a fence onto this property and then hitting a valve that ignited this fire? But again, they say it appears to be an isolated incident, an accident. Fire started at 10 this morning with a blast. We're learning at least 4 people have been injured, 2 taken to the hospital, one of them a firefighter. We understand none of the injuries are serious. Officials are telling us the fire is expected to burn for several hours. So as of right now, you do the math, it's been burning since 10 o'clock this morning. We were told that this could last until late tonight or into tomorrow morning, but we could get an update by the time we go on to KHU 11 News at 10 on air. We will certainly keep you posted. So this was really something for people who live in this area because of the sheer magnitude of the flames and the heat that it produced. Even though the flames were shooting straight up in the air, people are telling us the heat was intense. Let me quote one of the people we talked to who lives in the area. They said, I went out there and I looked, and when I saw the fire, I got scared. I have never been panicked like that before. They go on to say, I started screaming. I run through the front door and run down the street. That's one of the witnesses who lives in that neighborhood. The woman went on to say that the heat from the fire was intense, very hot. I don't know, like a big ball of fire coming close to you, like standing in front of an oven, is what somebody else said. Other residents described a loud bang because first there was an explosion and then the fire, obviously triggered by the vehicle that hit the valve. Now you could see, somebody said everything shaking in the house, like rattling. They said it sounded like a jet engine, so we can all imagine that. A lot of pressure and force. Jennifer Young told us that she walked through the front door and opened it, and oh my God, we gotta go, is what they said. We gotta go. So several people have been evacuated. This is the Briar Glen neighborhood. We're talking Deer Park area. And there were homes or schools that were put on lockdown, homes that put on lockdown. Several homes ended up, because of the heat, not the fire. Fire stayed straight up. It scorched some grass nearby, but the heat itself melted the rooftops of a few homes within, I think, 100 yards or so of the actual fire. And so the rooftop literally melted, and then the firefighters had to pour water on it to kind of cool things off. Those folks obviously are not in their homes tonight. Now we understand Energy Transfer, that's the company that owns the valve and that property right there. They had somebody at the site tonight assisting people, helping them with whatever they needed. Perhaps they needed a place to stay tonight. That's according to what we were told. One of our reporters told us that. So there are some folks who are not in their homes tonight, and we don't know when they'll be able to go back because we don't know how much longer the fire is going to burn. It is liquid natural gas that is burning, and firefighters say it has to burn itself out. There's nothing they can do. We've seen this happen before with flaring in refineries. It has to burn itself out before they can move in and really start figuring out the extent of the damage. It's a pretty good scene there from earlier today. You can see all the flames there. The extent of the damage, and then people obviously can start coming back into their homes. Some with to deal with the damage, others just to get back into their house. The evacuation zone was approximately a half-mile away from the fire, so that's a pretty good distance. We do have crews there tonight in the Briar Glen neighborhood talking to residents about what their plans are they staying with relatives, are they going to a hotel room, are they getting some kind of assistance from the company. We should learn all of that coming up tonight on KHU 11 News at 10. Now, earlier today, the company, Energy Transfer, sent out a statement indicating that it was, according to a witness, a vehicle that hit the valve. But it wasn't until about 6 p.m. tonight that information was confirmed by Deer Park Police and the FBI. So once again, let me read that and tell you again exactly what we're learning about the cause of the fire. A white SUV drove through a fence on the west side of the Walmart parking lot, struck an above-ground pipeline valve. Appears to be an isolated incident. The first question is, was it intentional? Could have been a terrorist act. The FBI says no, that is not the case, an isolated incident. However, they don't know where the driver is. Still looking for the driver of the white SUV. We may have more on that coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. As we know, the FBI is probably working very fast. Identify the car, the registration, who owns the vehicle, contact those people. Maybe it leads them to the driver. We hope the driver is okay because the car is damaged extensively. You can tell in the video that we've been showing you. Again, this is in Deer Park off 225. 4 people injured, 2 taken to the hospital. Given the magnitude and the intensity of the heat, it could have been a lot worse. It didn't jump, it didn't spread. Now the intensity of the heat did melt some power lines, and about, I think it was 4,000 earlier who were without power. That has dropped significantly. We'll have an update on those numbers tonight as well. So people lost power because of the intense heat, because the power lines melted. Folks had to leave their homes because their roofs melted. But it didn't spread too far. It did cause an evacuation in a half-mile radius from this fire. So that is what we know tonight. We have an explanation on how this thing got started. We have reporters there tonight. We will have an update on all the information and perhaps details on when this fire could burn itself out. We might have a better timeline on that. For the folks who live down there, I'm sure that's what you want to know, because if you had to evacuate, you want to know, when can I go back home? So we'll have reporters there with all the latest details coming up tonight on KHOU 11 News at 10. I'm Lynn Cannon. Thank you for watching. We'll have an update for you on air. We'll see you then.